Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we will discuss 10 life-changing quotes by Jesus Christ. Let's begin. Number 1, I am the way, the truth, and the life. This famous quote from John 14:6 is one of the most well-known and frequently referenced passages in all of Christianity. It declares that Jesus is the sole way to the Father, emphasizing his unique position as the Messiah and the Son of God. To put it another way, Jesus is saying that he is the only one who can lead people to God, and that those who want to get to God must go through him because he is the embodiment of God. Number 2, judge not, and you will not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. This quote from Luke 6:37 is a powerful reminder for Christians to avoid judging others. Since God has already judged them, Jesus was emphasizing the need for mercy and forgiveness, urging his followers to treat others as they want to be treated. In other words, if we don't want to be judged, we shouldn't judge others. If we don't want to be condemned, we shouldn't condemn others. And if we want God to forgive us, we should also forgive others. Number 3, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. This quote from Matthew 5:44 is a radical command by Jesus that challenges his followers to love even those who hate them. It is a call for Christians to rise above the natural human response of anger and retaliation when faced with persecution or opposition, and instead to respond with love and prayer. Jesus taught that loving our enemies and praying for those who persecute us demonstrates our commitment to God's teachings and reflects the character of God himself, who is the ultimate example of unconditional love and mercy. Number 4, you have heard it said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, resist not evil, but whoever resists, let him flee. This quote from Matthew 5:38-39 offers a different approach to justice and revenge. Jesus challenges the traditional Jewish teaching of an eye for an eye by proposing a more merciful and peaceful solution, namely, resistance to evil through flight rather than retaliation. He advocates for non-violent resistance, suggesting that those who are persecuted should flee and seek refuge rather than resorting to violence or vengeance. Number 5, do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and no thief breaks through and steals. This quote from Matthew 6:19-20 warns against placing too much importance on material wealth and possessions. Jesus teaches that earthly treasures are not reliable or secure, since they are susceptible to damage, loss, or theft. Instead, he urges his followers to store their treasures in heaven by living godly lives and helping the poor. In this way, they will build up their heavenly rewards and ultimately gain eternal value. Number 9, ask, and you shall receive, seek, and ye shall find, knock, and the door shall be opened unto you. This quote from Matthew 7:7-8 encourages believers to develop a closer relationship with God through prayer. Jesus promises that those who ask will receive, those who seek will find, and those who knock will have the door opened unto them. However, he also warns against being judgmental towards others and emphasizes the importance of leading by example rather than through harsh criticism. Number 2, but I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you, bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. This quote from Luke 6:27-28 further emphasizes the radical idea of loving one's enemies, going so far as doing good to those who hate us, blessing those who curse us, and praying for those who mistreat us. Jesus teaches that these actions demonstrate true discipleship and reflect the character of God, who is the embodiment of love, mercy, and compassion. Number 11, the kingdom of God is within you. This quote from Luke 7:21 offers a profound declaration about the nature of the kingdom of God. Jesus asserts that the kingdom of God is not confined to a specific location or time, but rather resides within the hearts of his followers. In other words, the kingdom of God is a spiritual reality that is accessible to all who have faith in him and choose to follow his teachings. Number 9, why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do the things which I say? This quote from Luke 6:45 is a challenging statement by Jesus that calls for his followers to put their faith into action. He questions those who call him Lord and yet fail to follow his teachings, urging them to examine their actions and ensure they are in line with their profession of faith. Jesus emphasizes that true faith is not merely a declaration of belief, but also a demonstration of obedience and discipleship. Number 10. He that hath this command, hath not kept the hour. For, as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. Likewise, also, in the days of Lot, they were eating and drinking, buying and selling, planting and building, until the day that Lot went into Sodom. And when he had burned, it rained down from heaven fire and brimstone, and destroyed them all. This quote from Luke 17:26-28 uses the examples of Noah and Lot to teach a lesson about the possibility of the second coming of Christ happening at any moment. Jesus emphasizes the need for constant preparedness, urging his followers to live their lives in anticipation of his return. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.